Good day to you. Hope you are doing quite well. This is David Richard Elmo, balancing the triad, body, mind, and spirit. So as we kind of get into today's topic, it is start where you're at. And that might seem like a bit of a common sense thing. It's like, where else are you supposed to start? But yet, a lot of people don't necessarily do that. What they may do, and this can be actually, well, it could be positive, but it could be detrimental. The positive part is where you're looking at where someone else is at, someone that was where you are, and now they are where you want to be at. Now, it could be positive in the aspect that you use that as motivation to realize, okay, it's achievable, it's possible, I can get there, I can do that. That's great. The part that's not so good is when people realize, they look at theirs like, well, I can't get there, there's no way that's possible. I might as well not even try. And it's like, okay, really? Now, when it comes to body, mind, and spirit, so we're talking about health and wellness, if you're looking at your physique, you're looking at weight, you're looking at the way you can meditate, you're looking at your mindset. And for let's say, fitness, you realize someone's quite fit, they might have six-pack abs, and it goes up, no, ain't going to happen for me, so I might as well not even try. It's like, well, why don't you at least do what you're capable of doing? This also carries over to obviously carries over to other parts of life. I remember going through one of my coaching labs, and one of the gal comes from I think it was a media background, as in news coverage or writer or something like that one there, and she's coming to the coaching class and feels like she's so far behind, and which was kind of interesting to me. It's like, don't you realize all these people are taking the class too? Because if you would have known where you're at, you wouldn't be in the class. It's like, as the saying goes, I mean, you've really heard of it, is every professional is once a beginner. So you have to start with where you're at. Start with your motive. Well, I guess you could say, oh, I guess motivation might fit in there, but you start with your willingness, your readiness, what your skill levels are, what you have around you. You start with what you have access to, and you go from there. Now, let's extrapolate on that a little bit. So if you start with what you have and where you're at, so when it comes to fitness, you might not have a gym membership. You might even want one. I no longer want a gym membership. You maybe don't have the extra finances to do some equipment, but you start with where you're at. Body, weight, exercise. That's actually on a routine I'm doing right now. I'll probably do this for the next, this is my week 1, so I'll probably do this for the next total 8 weeks. Push-ups, pull-ups, squats, lunges, different type of squats, jump lunges, forward lunges, reverse lunges, walking lunges, Bulgarian split squats was part of what I did today. So there's so much you can do with just where you have. If you don't have quite the financial something to take extra classes, there's plenty of online videos you can take for free. There's different master classes you can take for free. You start with where you're at and what you have access to. At least, especially it's just what you know. You start with. So, okay, let's kind of backtrack all this a little bit. Start with where you're at. And so as hey, you guys know, sometimes you watch me, I get off in tangents. Sometimes the thoughts aren't always very clear here. This is one of them. Let's kind of take this out. Start with where you're at. So that encompasses a lot of factors as I'm thinking about a little more here. Yeah, should have done this before here, but hey, here we are. Where your mindset's at, where your physique's at, what equipment you have, what skill set you have, what time availability you have. You take all those factors and some into consideration and say, okay, what can I do with the direction I want to go into? What am I capable of doing right now? You start right there. And then as you get better, as you learn more, as your skills develop, as your strength develops, maybe as the finances develop, then you can go off and do some more. You can start bringing other things in. But for right now, you start with where you're at. And again, as I'm starting to begin, it seems like it should be a common sense thing. Where else can you start with? But yeah, a lot of people think, like that gal that was in the class. She's just starting her coaching class. She's only been in a week or two, and all these other people maybe been in for a couple of months, and she feels like she's far behind. It's like, wait a second, don't you realize all these other people are where you're at? And we all bring different backgrounds into what we do as well. So I'm hoping all that kind of made sense to you. Again, as I've stated more than once here, just have to state again that it seems like a common concept. You start from where you're at, but sometimes people don't think about that. They think they got to start over there because that's where they want to go. It's like, well, you might want to go over there, but you're right here, right now. This is where you start at. Then you can work your way over there. So start with where you're at, again, with whatever you have access to, and go from there. All right, hope that made some benefit for you. If you do, let me know your thoughts on that topic, and we will catch you next time. So take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.